In this video, we are going to continue to look at the add-in software on how to do connections and how to do shop drawings. Due to this taking so long to do, we need to move on quickly to the next section, which is wood. So I am just going to show you some videos of how to do the connections and how to do the shop drawings. You do not need to do this on your drawings. Just watch the videos. You might see a pop quiz on some of the information that's shown in these videos.
How to insert some connections automatically for the double T's, for example, right? I'll go to Precast Concrete again, and then we have a tool. We had Smart Details, but now it will be replaced with Smart Connections, so I will use that. So we have configurations, how to place your details. So in this window you see we have configurations, how to place line-based details, how to place point-based details. You can drag them like this, change which one should be inserted first. Then you just pick the family which you would like to insert and where do you want to insert it. Let me show you in this picture. Yeah, so you can insert by gravity point, by defined rules. You can search for elements. Yes, or you can use simple rules like in this picture. Define how many of elements with offsets and how it should be inserted, or you can adjust and find different kind of intersections between elements. Let's say find beams and place some connection only in the position where we have beams. And with this you can achieve quite a lot of different results, right? It's not only precast, it could be used for the wood and so on, because we are distributing families on different elements based on the rules. So let's go ahead and see actually what can we expect from that. I will select all of these structural framing elements, and you see that this one is smaller and these are bigger, but anyway, I will use just one configuration for that. So because we can create smart details to adapt to the size of your elements, of your host elements. Yes, so I'm just gonna use this configuration. And what was done now like this. So I have these details, yes, inserted. And then I have this, okay, I'm just gonna turn on visibility of generic models. So I have here void family also inserted. Yes, this is face-based family where I have just a simple extruded void created, and this void is cutting my double T slab at the ends. Then I have here at the bottom this kind of detail inserted. Maybe it's not so good visible. Oh, so now it's better. So you see as a support plates. So I inserted a couple of them here. Yes, and you will see that this one, because even if it's smaller, the detail changed size based on the size of my structural framing element. Alright, so you can use that in really smart ways. Yeah, okay, let's go. Another thing, I have walls, so I'm just gonna insert some details to these walls. So again, I have this configuration, just insert details. It gives me some message that one of them was not inserted, but I know the reason for that, and that was actually what I was expecting, because in one configuration I added quite many rules how and what should be inserted. Let's say these should be inserted at the bottom, right? Yeah, so if I'm gonna just select to modify this element, you will see how many details I selected to insert, different, but in different situations. Let's say for this wall, it was not that all of them was inserted. Here I have this kind of cuts, which is automatically changing size to the double T size. Yes, and all right. So I'm just gonna probably do it like this. Select these walls. All right. How can I deselect this? All right, the walls like this. And yeah, insert elements, connections, or Revit families, however you call that. So again, I have the same kind of messages, and this was inserted like this. Alright, so yeah, basically actually I have some rules also that not insert in this kind of position, but yeah, let's keep going. At the you see, I have used the same configuration for this wall and for this wall, but if we will go to the plan view, you will see that this corner wall, now it has some additional details inserted. Okay, maybe I'll do it like this. I will delete all of them because I see that I wanted to... Can I? My mouse doesn't work very good today. So alright, so I'm just gonna drag actually this wall a little bit, and I wanna have here some gap between these lines, walls. So I want to show you one of type of connections. So that's why I want to overlap them like this. And then I will insert the details again, elements like this, because when I connect them in L shape, in like in the corner, so I can find that this is corner of my walls. So let me show you. I have options here to find different wall connections and insert detail only if I have this kind of connection. Yes, so it will not be inserted in other situations. Like here I have N connection between walls, so I don't have these details, and here I have L connection, so I have these kind of cut. The cut is also reading information from this wall, so it automatically adjusts to the size. Yes, so like this. And also for the L I have this kind of plate, and let's try to insert for these walls as well. Yeah, so now other details are not inserted because they are not needed based on configuration. And here you see that, alright, maybe I can actually insert for these as well. Insert details. Alright, and you will see that now I have here slope, but my details anyway, they are following the slope. Actually they are not following the slope, they are searching for this detail, so for this connection. Yeah, so this one is only inserted if I have that detail. So if I will show in configurations, we are searching, we are placing this one if only if I have this one. Yeah, so that's kind of stuff you can do with smart details. And yeah, we can actually do some random stuff like this. Yes, and insert. So I'm just gonna show you another trick maybe, or just another configuration actually. Yes, so just close down this one, and I have some details at the bottom. Now I have this foundation wall, so I will just insert some details for it. I have this configuration, so it will insert only one detail, which will be inserted only in the position of this detail. So I'm again finding it. Anytime you insert and you see like, oh my god, this one is not in a good place, I want to really have it over there. So it's not a problem because this is Revit families, so you can do the same way. Yeah, so you can move it or even copy it. Yeah, so let's say like this, and just copy it. Yeah, and then update elements of this wall. Yeah, so one was moved, another one was added, so you can follow the changes and so on. So that's really brief. I don't want to spend more time on inserting some cuts or anchoring for the hollow slabs or whatever, for the teeth for the columns and so on, but I made a couple of webinars before, so you can find about columns, walls and floors separate webinars. Okay, and how would you renumber elements? let's go to the roof. So now all of my slabs created, but they don't have any mark value. Yeah. So let's renumber them. Let's add these values. Actually, now I'm gonna select all of these floors. Okay. Yeah, and then I will go to annotate and tag all, and only selected floor tags. All right, no ladder, horizontal, and click on OK. So yeah, I have question mark, so it's because my mark value is empty. So how can I quickly get them? I will go to sort mark solution, and it has renumber element numbering commands. So we can do that for all elements, for selected elements, or for all elements of that category. Oh, sorry, I selected walls. Why did I do that? I want to select actually floors. Alright, let's go to element numbering, and we choose to insert information to the mark parameter. We can add this to any text parameter, but this time to a mark parameter. And here you will see that I can save my configurations, how to group numbering, how to filter, what should have influence on the number. So if it's different, the number will be different. Any of these selected parameters, so it's type or instance parameters, quite a lot of to choose from. Yes, and then how to sort them, in which direction or based on which parameter you can do that. Yes, and then sort, so from which number should you start, what should be prefix, and so on. And you can save that as a configuration and use in all your projects. So all of them was renumbered. And let's take a look. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yep, let's go like this. Okay, I have here really strange slab, but anyway, I didn't spend much time to do that. So yeah, let's do it one more time. Select these floors. Okay, element numbering, mark. Okay, and then again I have configuration, so I don't need to do anything. Select configuration and click on OK. Alright, so some of them will have same mark values because they meet all the requirements. They are the same. Yeah, so only a few of them are different. So only these two at the edge. All the others are the same. So we can do the same with the columns, with the structural framing elements, with the grids. Right, you see here room numbering, space numbering, grid numbering, and so on. Another method is to use element mark one by one. So for example, if I'll pick this option and then I'll pick this wall, I can pick configuration which I want to use, and then click on OK. Yeah, I was numbering previously, so maybe it will be just a continue of numbering, but in general it's numbering based on my selections. So I can go around if I want to and really define the way it should be numbered. So alright, I think it's enough. I will just click on escape and then select maybe these walls, check none, walls, okay, annotate, tag all, wall tags, without leader, okay, let's go there. Alright, so I'm just gonna select all of these, move them a little bit like this, maybe just these I will remove, and then we will take a look. Alright, so you see it was continuing because previously I was numbering actually before the webinar, so I didn't reset that, but in general, so it starts just from 18, and then we go like this, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 52, 53, 4, 5. Yes, so that's the way you can renumber elements in your projects. couple of ways. You can not only renumber but copy value from one parameter to another parameter and so on. And if so, there is a question if these families and configurations will come to you. So if you just drop me an email later on, I will send you this file. Okay, so you can take at least a couple of these examples and see how does it work. So all right, so the last step, create shop drawings. Yes.
Before we move on to the next step, we need to make sure we understand what shop drawings are. Please read this part of the video so that you know what we are talking about when we talk about shop drawings.
So let's go there. We have smart assemblies. It creates shop drawings. Shop drawings could be created by using configurations where you define what kind of views should be created, what visibility settings should be used, and what should be dimensioned. So dimension rules are defined here. You define how to dimension main element and openings, how you dimension details, connections, whatever you call them, or other Revit families, right? You have even extended version where you can dimension quite a lot of elements, right? And this dimensioning also, it's called smart dimensions, and it could be also used not only in assemblies but in separate views in the plan, in the section. All right, so let's go rebars. Then what should be dimensioned, what should not be dimensioned? You select that, the text style, the dimension style, and where the nodes should be located. Yes, because you guys really have different ways to do it. Okay, detail views, it doesn't really matter. Now schedules, so we pick the schedule template. So you just create one schedule and then apply that schedule to all your assemblies. You don't need to create 3 schedules for each of your wall. Yes. So, and then sheet. So in the sheet you select the title block and sheet template. So let's go ahead and select one of these elements. It has already marked parameter, so we can start creating assembly. I'll just select it, click on create. I will pick the configuration which I want to use in this case and click on create. So it will take all the hosted details into assembly. It will insert gravity point if you wish to. Then it will calculate assembly mass. So you can add this to the sheet or to the schedule. Basically you probably add this through the schedule on the sheet. Alright, so that's done. Let's go down. So it will, assemblies. This is my assembly, and what do I have is that I assigned to create 3D view, then front view. In the front view you will see that I have a different kind of dimension. So I said that I want to dimension this family with red style, right, for some reason. Then I had added some small points in this family and I snap to them. So it's really easy to control where do you want to snap it. Then we have this snapping to these details, and I have some notes about it. What is it? I select what kind of information do I want to see. Then I added these because some of you need that. So that's just an example, but it could be different ways. So you see I have dimensions, vertical dimensions, horizontal dimensions, 2-dimension these elements, right? On the other views I selected just to put total dimensions. I don't want to see anything else, and so on. So now I will go to the sheet. I will drag this this view. Alright, then I will select this one, left view, probably just put it a bit closer and align it to that one. 3D view, yes. Then details, so that's actual connections, and then wall schedule. So actually I can place here some legends if I want to, yes, and then add this to, so they could be copied in all the other sheets. So now let's take a look. I will go to shop drawing configuration, to the same configuration I have used. Then I go to the sheets and I select that this sheet will be my sheet template. So what does it mean? Is that then I will select this one and click on create assemblies, and then the same configuration. Yes, so now it's creating assembly, and then it should put these views on the sheet as well. So let's take a look in the same order. Yeah, so we have the sheet, and you see in now in this sheet I already have all the views on the sheet and openings. So yeah, they have also dimensions generated and opening for that and so on. Alright, so that's the way that you create assemblies. So I just want to show you another example. Just we'll use another configuration like this and create. So there could be a lot of different examples. In Sweden they do it in one way, in Australia in another way, and in USA in another way. So now I have used another configuration, so my views are not on the sheet yet, but example could be like this. Yeah, so for example I have no notes here, I have different dimension style selected here, and I have all them on one chain. On one chain on one side, on one chain on the other side. Or I can put this kind of dimension and additionally linear dimension, yes? So it's again up to you how this should be created. Yeah, so it's basically the front view, most influenced by that configuration. And yeah, let's create another one, just a slab, double T. Alright, I didn't renumber them, so I need to fill mark value. So for that I'll just manually do it, okay? And then create assemblies, and then configuration, and then create. So it's with a slope, my double T slab, but Smart Assemblies will make it horizontal in the drawing, so you don't need to fix that. Let's go here, and yeah, so the front view will look like this in my case. The left view, again, the only total dimensions, and in the top view I placed some different kind of dimensioning. So now I have some cutout dimensioning, and then I have these details with some equitation formula, or how is it called? Equality formula, yeah. Sorry about my English. And then these details, alright, some information about it, and this is it. Yeah, so it's a horizontal element, and then all the notes in this case is on the left. So again, different options. Some want on the left, some on the right, some want to have colors and so on. So it's very flexible, and I'm pretty sure it could help you if you just work with Precast.
This concludes the video on the add-in Precast package for Revit. Again, this is something you might encounter in an office where they do use an add-in package. I hope that you learned some different types of things in this section on Precast, along with learning a lot about Precast and expanding your Revit skills once again. By the way, there will be no pop quiz today. I just threw that in there to try to get you to watch the videos. Sorry about that if I gave you a panic moment. You do need to turn in your Revit project that you did through video 11, and that is what you will be graded on for this section. In the next section of this course, we are going to be getting into wood construction. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know.